Hit by a pitch. Was Lolaco. She'll move over to first. Stony Brook softball against St. John's at University Field, 3:58 on the East Coast. Zach Wilson and Ken Fermin in the bottom of the third. Stony Brook up 2-0 with 2 out for the Red Storm. Steele back up to bat, struck out her last time up.
And a runner on first, off hit by pitch.
First pitch fouls near us. Once again, the net saves us. Count.
Second time through the lineup. A lot more eager in the batter's box now, as opposed to the first one. Feeling out Large. Still a lot of late contact with these swings, but more and more contact than in the first one.
The 0-1 fouls once again towards us, but it's way high. Wouldn't have hit us even if there was a safety net. Count 0-2. A lot of foul balls starting to be hit against Melissa Rarich.
Steele to the plate, 0 for 1 on the afternoon. Secondary player.
The 0-2 got her looking. Strike 3 is called. Side retired. No hits, no runs, hit by a pitch, but no runs, the most important part of it, as we now head to the bottom of the 4th inning. 4 o'clock on the East Coast, Stony Brook.
Leading off for the Seawolves, the center fielder, number 9, Jordan Harry.
We now head to the bottom of the 4th inning at University Field. Stony Brook up 2-0. Top of the batting order, back again. Jordan Herring, the first pitch, flies it out to left field, and under it to make the catch, one away, Anna Frevaletti.
Number 20, Kira McFarland.
Sorry, outlier. Pitch and count. Obviously, both teams take aggressive approach at the batter's box now on their second and third go around. For Harrington, someone who really improved contact-wise. Just not enough power on that swing.
So Kyra McFarland up to bat now. Got a base hit her last time up. First pitch, drop ball down low for ball 1. Count now 0-1. We're halfway through this game. As the 1-0, check swing, she went around on a slap shot attempt. Called strike, 1-1.
And it was the speedster who Coach Guerrero brought to the attention to a home plate umpire last time when she stepped out of the box.
Here's the 1-1, swing and a miss on another slap shot attempt, 1-2.
The slap hitter, she really thrives against right-handers. 375 on the season. Batting 300 overall entering today.
Now for the 1-2, ball goes on a screwball on the outside for ball 2. Stony Brook is going to be staying here at home tomorrow in a possible doubleheader against UMass. Count 2-2, the pitch, and a grounder over to third. The throw over to first, got in time on another 5-3, 2 away. So now you get Rarich up to bat. Got a base hit her last time up. Stole second, made it all the way home on Nowakowski's RBI, on Craig's RBI single. Or actually, it was Rarich that got home off of the bases loaded walk drawn by Jordan Nowakowski. Rarich 1 for 3 so far today. The first pitch, a rise ball high for ball 1.
Always a scoring threat, even with no one on. Spoke about her tremendous pitching, but a tremendous hitter as well.
The 1-0, the drop, a low ball that goes right near Rarich's foot.
She really sees and hitting in general, batting .397. 408 against right-handed pitchers. And still, even with 2 outs, is a overall .259 batter.
Count 2-0 now. Here's the throw. And the grounder over to third. And it goes past the third baseman. That's going to stay fair. Raric taking a chance at second. The throw is not in time. And she is able to make it on a double.
The shortstop, number 10, Nicole Nicarvo.
1.174. Now, not just the best on the team, but one of the best in the nation at getting on base anytime she's up that bat. We saw the third baseman make a good play, and Santos make a good play earlier in the inning, but that time, ball just squeaked underneath her glove, rolled along the left field line, and Roberts able to extend that slow roller into a double.
So McCarville up to bat now. Drew a bases loaded walker last time up. First pitch, a fastball down the middle for a called strike, 0-1. McCarville with a base hit here could probably bring home Melissa Raric. And after what we've seen from Raric today with her speed, being able to get to second and stealing second, it's possible off a base hit that she could have enough speed to make it home. The 0-1, the screwball on the outside for ball 1. How possible do you think it is that Raric is going to have enough speed to make it home on a possible base hit?
Yeah, it depends where it is. For McCarville, the right-hand batter, she's going contact, going power, going to try to hit to that hole past the right fielder on the right corner.
The 1-1 is grounded over to the shortstop, and it's going to be the throw over to first in time from McCarville, and that will retire the side. A hit allowed, but no runs. We get through 4 innings. We now head to the top of the 5th. Stony Brook still leading St. John's 2-0. We'll be right back.
Oh, God. Let's not read that on the air.
What?
I said I don't want to read that on the air because I may faint if it's found he's not guilty.
Yeah, just don't
Oh, God.
get too much. I'm going to probably have it live, but
Okay.
I don't know what to think.
Okay.
Back at University Field for the start of the 5th inning, the Seawolves leading the Red Storm 2-0. Melissa Raric trying to give herself a good game so far, only allowing 1 hit. She's been looking pretty good so far, Ken. How do you think she's been maintaining that level of performance?
Raric is the ace for a reason. She showcased her time as a Seawolf. She has tremendous pitching ability, great placement in her pitches, and for the most part, she has really forced the Red Storm batters to chase, or even when it's inside, force them to make contact and hit ground balls that eventually lead to ground outs. Doesn't give up too many fly ball opportunities.
First pitch to Natalie Alheit is a screwball down low for ball 1.
Also interesting to note, the 3 Red Storm batters struck out to just 1 for Stony Brook, and all 3 walks in this contest have gone to Seawolf batters. So Robert's not wasting any time in the pitching circle.
And the ball off the 1-0 is fouled along the first base line for a 1-1. Alheit in her second at-bat of the game. She has the only hit for the Red Storm in this contest off the triple. Count 1-1 now for Alheit against Raric. Here's the throw, and she fouls it away, almost hits the Stony Brook dugout, but it hits the net. Count 1-2.
It's an experience for Alheit too, especially now. Of course, having limited experience playing this season, doesn't really get too many chances to lead off in it either. Batter for the Red Storm.
Raric focusing now. Does the 1-2, and she fouled, and high fouls along the first base line. Doesn't take much speed, goes right near the Red Storm dugout. Count 1-2.
definitely read that pitch. She's definitely going to try to score up just a bit in her swing. That bat a bit closer to her.
Count still 1-2. Here's the throw, and the fastball just up high on the inside for ball 2.
Stony Brook infielders not happy with that one.
I like get their emotions, and I can almost understand that could have gone either way. From our angle, it is difficult to see. If you're right behind the home plate, we could get a better read. Count 2-2 now. Here's the throw, and this one is grounded over to second, picked up by Nowakowski, goes over to first to Osmer, and that will be 2 away. That was actually McFarland who got the clean ball pickup to go up to Osmer. This was a 4-3, 2 away. So now Frevaletti is up to bat, lined out to Osmer her last time up. Frevaletti still with no hits this season in just her second start of the year.
Just an interesting point. Strike down the middle taken. 8 ground outs the Red Storm have into in this contest. 4 1/3 of an inning.
This isn't exactly the type of confidence that the Red Storm were imagining coming off their win against Providence. The 0-1, swing and a miss, 0-2.
On the swing from Letty.
March with a trio of strikeouts so far in this contest. The only other thing she has is a hit allowed. The 0-2, swing and a miss, strike 3 called. 4 strikeouts for Melissa Rarish. She gets out a clean 1-2-3 inning. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Oh, 2 out actually, my mistake.
That's not you, that's on the scoreboard. They didn't change that until right now. But Rarish getting for Letty out in 3 pitches. Big out there. Saves pitches for Rarish to use later in the game. She tries to go for another complete game. But again, even as the game has progressed, Rarish's speed has been virtually identical to as it was in the start.
So now Amy Mallow up to bat in the first pitch, outside for ball 1. So it was pretty close to think that we were getting out of the inning right there. But still, it's only a matter of time before Rarish is able to try and get out of this inning too. The 1-0, and this ball is lined. It's going to fly out to center field. And who's going to pick it up? We got that guess right down there. It is Herring with the catch, and that will finally retire the side. So, it is still a 1-2-3 inning for Rarish. Like it's supposed to be working.
I just want it on the YouTube is the main thing.
Yeah, next time we'll do that. It'll work next time. So we now head to the bottom of the 5th. Pretty much in softball, you can call it a 5th inning stretch, with the Seawolves leading 2-0 and with 7 hits and 2 runs on the day so far. Lindsay Osmer up to bat. She grounded to the pitcher her last time up and made it to first. Sarek still in the game. They have a quick time called. First pitch is down low for ball 1 on the inside.
0 for 2 on the day, but still 400 batting average when leading off the inning.
The 1-0, and Osmer grounds it over to first, and it will be picked up by number 2 for the Red Stormers. She grounds her out, unassisted, of course.
Now she cut on a swing. Sent her arms out, swung that one below the knees. That has full-run swing ran all over it. Unfortunately for her, ball only made contact with just the tip of the bat. And I want to roll right to the first baseman for an easy sink jump.
Carolyn Von Wern playing at first. And the first pitch now to Johnny Nowakowski is down low for ball 1. After this game, St. John's will be returning home for a weekend conference series with the Villanova Wildcats. Villanova, who is second right now in the conference with a 7-1 record. The 1-0, fastball down the middle for a called strike, 1-1. It's going to be a big matchup for St. John's, trying to use home field advantage to try and get a good seeding come tournament time.
Yeah, the big thing is just getting into the tournament, especially in an always competitive Big East.
And the 1-1 is fouled over the third base line out of play. Count 1-2.
And Villanova ranked 25th nationally in terms of RPI, 23 and 10 on the season, and a great team, especially on the road, 8 and 4 team.
St. John's is definitely going to have a tough end to the regular season. Stony Brook is their last overall opponent in the regular season. The 1-2 is a real swift screwball that hits the dirt before it even had a chance to get to the plate. Count now 2-1, 2-2. 2-2 is grounded over to second, picked up nearly cleanly, tried to get over the first in time. No! Noah Kowski able to make it to first. That'll go down as an E4.
It's not often you see the fielder beat the ball, get to the ball first rather than letting the ball go to them, but it happened that time. Second baseman beat the ball down on her knees to try to scoop that one up, but unable to do so. That time with Mala, and by the time she got the ball in her hands, Gronkowski was a step off first base.
Just very unfortunate for Mala right there. So, Riley Craig up to bat. She got her base hit her last time up. She is perfect so far today with 2 and 2. She's 2-2. We'll see if she can try and make a 3 of 3 here with Noah Kowski at first.
And pitch runner on for Stony Brook.
And the pitch is flowed out to left field, and it looked like it was in foul territory, and it's picked up with a good catch by the third base player in Gretchen Bowie. Or actually, that's the person who pinch hit before for her.
Santos, good hustle there. That one was a high move, but yeah, from our vantage point, it looked like he could sail out the fence. Santos stuck with it. So catch that one didn't allow Stony Brook runner or Daniel Petrovich to advance any further from first base.
So now Lena Lance is up to bat. She struck out her last time up.
That's only batting 150 with 2 out this season. Much better hitter against the left-handers, despite being a right-handed batter.
The 1-0 was a screwball down low for ball 2. Counts now 2-0. The throw and fouled away along the third base line. Count now 2-1. St. John's has 2 more conference opponents to play after they finish up this game with Stony Brook. I said this upcoming weekend, they're hosting Villanova, and then the weekend afterwards, they head up to UConn.
2 very tough opponents.
2-1 is grounded over to third. The throw over to first goes past the first base player. She'll move over to second. Lance will, as Noah Kowski will move to third. We got that, a catching error or a throwing error. I gotta say, a catching error, which will be an E3.
That'll be Petrovich moving to third. Pitch ready for Noah Kowski, but you're right. That was a routine ground ball to the third baseman, and just underthrown, try to force Rizzi to scoop that one up. Rather found where to scoop that one up, but unable to do so as it rolled in between the wickets and to the backstop behind first base. Now 2 runners to score in position for Stony Brook.
So now we have ourselves another pinch hitter for the Seawolves. Number 15, Juliana Sanzone. Another interesting call by Megan Bryant. Players on second and third with 2 out. We'll see what Sanzone can do after a quick mound visit when St. John's is over.
Pitches so far for Sarek on the afternoon for 4 2/3. And only 1 strikeout, 3 walks, 7 hits allowed. But for Sarek,
despite that mound visit, Sarek is not done yet. She's going to look to try and finish off this game as much as she can.
Stony Brook in the lead. Assured at least 1 more inning of work. So you're right, perhaps the decision is this could be her last inning, and they'll have a substitute for the 6th inning at the potential 7th if they're able to get a couple runs on it.
So from Sarich, The first pitch is up high for ball 1. The 1-0, up high for ball 2.
So we're trying to drive in a couple more runs for insurance. 8 runners left on base this afternoon, compared to only 2 for the Red Storm.
For San Zone, she's averaging .333 this year, 6 of 18 in her at-bats. The 2-0 goes down low for ball 3. Now San Zone is quickly ahead of Sarge 3-0.
Good take.
San Zone trying to keep this inning going so she can get the top of the batting order rolling. Jordan Herring will be up next.
There's someone you want at bat. She's able to get on base.
And San Zone thought that was ball 4, but instead it's a called strike, 3-1.
Just with the inside. But with her 18 at bats this season, she's gotten a hit in 6 of them. Has walked 3 times. The only red flag would be the 5 strikeouts.
Now the 3-1, and this one goes inside for another called strike. Once again, San Zone, hard to see that one. And now the count is suddenly full after San Zone was quickly ahead 3-0.
Definitely expect a swing here. And with Sarek just trying to get out the inning, she's probably going to give her something to hit on the ground.
And the full count pitch is fouled away out of play after it went over the third base line. Count remains full.
No extra base hits for San Zone on the season. All 6 of her hits have been singles.
She hasn't even gotten a home run yet either. She has drawn 3 walks this year, has a chance to make it 4 walks, as a quick time is called. Stony Brook up 2-0 in the bottom of the 5th. It's 4:23 right now on the East Coast here at University Field. A nice sunny day with fans in attendance. The full count, and it goes down low, and this one is ball 4. So San Zone, we heard another yell from the umpire, and we almost thought that was going to be a called strike, but this time San Zone is able to get the benefit, and she's able to move over to first with the bases loaded.
After San Zone, her job is done just getting on base. So with that, they're going to see another pinch runner check in for Stony Brook. And with the bases loaded, you got a great opportunity for the Seawolves to drive in another run. Jordan Herring at the plate.
It's big spots for Stony Brook. The only problem is that there's 2 outs. Stony Brook can't have a ground out or else the inning will be over. They will need a base hit in order to bring in some runs.
Sean Nuss placing San Zone at first base.
Herring is 0 for 2 today, has yet to get a base hit. She did get on base in her first at-bat off a walk. She wanted to get on base by being able to use her batting. Has a chance to wear out Sarge after it seemed like Sarge might be in a little bit of trouble. The first pitch, and she hits this one over to left field, and it's just across the third base line for a foul ball.
She knew she had a hit. She's shaking her head just a bit late on the swing. That one, the middle part, just a little bit outside of the zone. Herring had to reach for sure. Just too late on the swing there. Actually, get a bit earlier here. Next pitch.
The 0-1, and this one is grounded over to the shortstop. It's picked up cleanly in time, and she gets over to first, and that will retire the side. It was actually the second base player that was able to pick it up. So, Sarge once again able to get herself out of trouble. As we have gone through 5 innings, we head to the top of the 6th. Stony Brook leading still 2-0. We will be right back.
Play one staying in the game.
Leading off for St. John's, The center fielder.
So we now
number
head
20,
to the 6th
Elise
inning here
Moore.
at University Field. Seawolves with a 2-0 lead. Melissa Rowich still up at the mound, looking to have a chance to go for her 4th complete game of the year. And now she will face off against another pinch hitter for the St. John's Rebstorm, Elise Morris.
For Robert, she's only 77 pitches thrown. She's on par for her usual tally up to this point, especially in complete games.
First pitch fouled behind her. Count now 0-1.
More consistent part of this Red Storm lineup, Zach. 42 at-bats on the season. Not too great in the slugging department, but leading off, does bat 286 on the season.
167 Morris is showing this year. In her 42 at-bats, has made 7 hits. The 0-1 from Raric. Go for a bunt. It goes across the third base line. It'll be a foul ball. Unfortunate for Morris. She seemed to have a good speed to get over to first in time, but it won't stand for her.
Yeah, everyone's playing back on the infield. That was a great adjustment by Morris, who, all attempts looked like she was going to go swinging, but the last second pulled down the bunt and just missed it on the left line as it rolled out of play.
She has been responsible for being able to produce a sacrifice fly this season while getting hit by a pitch 8 times. Stolen base 4 times this year as well.
She does prowl the inside part of the batter's box a lot.
And the 0-2 is swing and a miss, strike 3. Melissa Raric able to strike out Morris as she pinched hit 1 away. We now return to the top of the batting order.
For Rowich, her 5th strikeout on the afternoon. Tremendous job so far. None of the leadoff batters have gotten on base for the Red Storm in each inning.
Still only 1 hit for the Red Storm all day long. That came from out high in a triple. So now Santos up the bat, grounded to second her last time up. The first pitch, the fastball down the middle for a called strike, 0-1. Seawolves hoping that they get the chance to play a doubleheader against UMass tomorrow, as long as the weather holds on, but we are expecting rain, which could hinder their chance to play a non-conference game against the Minutewoman. Be another foe from the Atlantic 10 that Seawolves will play this year. The 0-1 is grounded over cleanly to Raric and takes her time, throwing over to Osmer at first, 2 away.
She got to walk from here to UMass if she wanted to. That one right to her. And Roberts just staring down the runner. She threw that one. Cool, calm, and collected. Colorado native dealing on the pitcher circle today.
I saw Raric's face after she immediately caught that ball. She was thinking, oh yeah, this is going to be easy. She was really showing a lot of confidence and showing how true to herself she is.
Yeah, that's the last place where you want to commit an error. Obviously, that didn't happen.
So now Rizzy up the bat, lined out to third her last time up.
Also want to add that her 9th ground out induced today on a Red Storm batter. Half of the St. John's batters have grounded out in today's contest.
5 strikeouts so far for Raric today. This is her 20th batter faced, and the 0-1 is grounded over to shortstop. A carve will throw over to Osmer, and that will retire the side. So Raric goes 1-2-3 again as we get through the top of the 6th. We now head to the bottom of the 6th. Melissa Raric has guaranteed that Seawolves will have at least a 2-run lead when we get to the top of the 7th. Can they bring up any insurance runs like they did last time against St. John's? Stay tuned and find out.
This is the part where they scored 20 runs. It's only going to take, what? 4, 2, 5 Grand Slams? That's easy, right?
Something like that.
Yeah.
But I doubt it's going to happen.
Johnny, you're early. Oh, thank you. You're early. Oh, at West Hempstead. Stop it now.
We haven't heard what the verdict is yet.
I don't want to know.
I know.
I want to get out here as soon as possible.
I think this game will be over before the verdict comes in.
There's really only one call you can make, you know. I don't know how you don't make it.
Leading off for the Seawolves, the second baseman,
If
number
that's
20,
not a criminal activity, then I don't know what is.
So we now head to the bottom of the 6th here at University Field. The Stony Brook Seawolves are leading the St. John's Red Storm 2-0. there's practically a full inning left of Stony Brook softball versus Seawolves to try and get this win. Last time they did it against St. John's, it took 14 runs for them to try and outmatch the Red Storm. And we'll see what happens here as the first pitch from McFarland fouls across the third base line. 0-1.
Zarek still on the pitcher circle, so she will rarely see a complete game on her part. St. John's are going to tie this one up. The next afternoon. 2, 3, and 4 due up. Kyrie McFarland trying to get another hit on the day. 1 for 3 so far. Drawing to fielder's choice last time out.
McFarland, the reigning America East Rookie of the Week after she brought in an RBI single for one of the 2 runs against Seton Hall on Wednesday as she bunts this one over to third. Picked up cleanly by Santos, gets the throw over to first for out number 1.
Didn't fool the Red Storm that time. They were all over that attempt. But on McFarland, let's speak about that. Impressive showing from her this season. Really someone who I don't think too many people, especially America East analysts, didn't have on their radar in terms of stepping up and having an excellent season. McFarland has done that. 295 batting average, 328 slugging, and is a great fielder as well.
So Roush the first pitch, she grounds it over the shortstop. She can't pick it up cleanly.
Yeah, that one took a harsh
Lago.
bounce. Yeah, that one took a harsh bounce to
Nicole.
Bounced up literally into her hand, smacked her right hand, her throwing hand. She's all right, but another error now, the third on the Red Storm this afternoon. And Roberts getting on base again.
Third error for the Red Storm today, and that's not really what they really want.
No, that's one of the reasons why there's been so many players on base for the Seawolves. Roberts should be pinch ran for in this situation.
Seawolves do have 7 hits. That has led to a couple of runs. You figured that with 7 hits that they could get more runs, but the fact that they have continued to shut out the Red Storm today shows how well they rely on the pitching and how great of a game Alyssa Raric has had, especially when she was able to hit the ball into an error that time. So,
not for lack of trying either, Zach. They've had runners on base virtually every inning. They've just left a bunch of them on base, 11 in total. It's kind of like watching a Mets game in this case.
McCarville hits this one over to center field. This will be a base hit. Her first base hit of the game. She finds herself on first, moving Raric over to second.
Kubinski, who ran it, pinch ran for Raric.
Lindsay
Yeah, 2 runners on and 1 out. There's a time for Stony Brook to get an insurance run. It's now your bottom of the 6th.
Well, with 1 out, we may not really expect that many runs for Stony Brook as they did last time they were in the spot against the Red Storm. So, now you got Lindsay Osmer up, grounded solely to third, her last time up, and the first pitch is down low inside for ball 1.
Osmer's not a bad hitter to have with runners in scoring position. That's .333 on the season with runners at base.
2 seasons ago when the Seawolves defeated St. John's, it was their first win against him since March 28, 2000. The 1-0 is a screwball down the middle for a called strike, 1-1.
Yeah, that's no small feat. St. John's, one of the more premier teams in New York for baseball and softball, especially being in a very tough Big East conference.
The 1-1 is a high rise ball for ball 2.
I think that speaks to the testament of Coach Bryant and her crew. You know, the recruiting she's done, the players she's brought to Stony Brook, and the team has invested in. It's really paying off over the past couple seasons. Players like Lindsay Osmer, Jordan Herring, Melissa Raric, Riley Craig, Dawn Bodra coming in from Indiana State.
And it's a low ball for ball 3.
So that's really made Stony become one of the more talked about names, especially in the softball realm, now compared to maybe 5 to 10 years ago. Now they're really getting up there, and having a high RPI is an example of that as well, much higher than St. John's, who are in the hundreds.
And the 3-1 is down the middle for a called strike, count now full. For Stony Brook, they have 5 home runs against St. John's 2 years ago. That, along with their runs in the top of the 7th, was the most in school history. Roberts was also the starting pitcher in that game. She went complete through 7 innings. Full count, it's grounded over to second, thrown over by the shortstop, trying to get it over to first, and it's not in time. So it'll go down as a fielder's choice. It takes out McCarville, moves Roberts over to third. Osmer will head to first.
Sark couldn't have placed that any better. Pitch was in the middle part of the zone, just on the outside part of the plate. reduce the ground out, which is what they're looking for. Mala wasn't able to pick that one up cleanly, and on the throw from second to first, just a step late, rather Osmer a step ahead of the throw.
So now Nowakowski is up. She is 1-1 today as she fouls this one across the third base line. Got to first on an error her last time up.
1 for 2 and a walk on the afternoon. Batting 143 with 2 outs, but has brought home a couple runs on 2-out RBI situations.
Farage in her last game against St. John's went in complete 7 innings, allowed 4 earned runs, got 8 strikeouts on route for her 6th win of the year, as Nowakowski's ball is grounded over to second, gets the throw over to first, and that will retire the side. So unlike last time, no runs here for Stony Brook in this spot, and that'll get ourselves to 6 innings. We now head to the top of the 7th. Farage 3 outs away from another complete game on the year.
Complete game of 1 hitter. Very incredible feat. For a team that's already had a couple of no-hitters off the arm of Dawn Bodrook this season, you gotta really add the exclamation point to another phenomenal performance in the pitching circle by Stony Brook pitcher.
Melissa Rarich trying to flirt with a no-hitter the same way that Dawn Bodrook did against Seton Hall back on Wednesday. Bodrook only allowed a hit against the Pirates, and it seems like if Rarich plays her cards right here in the top of the 7th, she could do the same thing.
Yeah, there really isn't a better pitching tandem in the American East than Melissa Rarick and Dawn Bodrook. You got 2 pitchers, Bodrook especially establishing herself as, you can argue either one of them as the ace. Obviously, you're turning to Roberts with the experience, especially in D1 ball and at Stony Brook. But her, and especially the mix with Jordan Nowakowski as the catcher, putting down the signs and stepping up the placement of those pitches, has really contributed to a lot of the success the Seawolves have had over the past couple of seasons. Because even in games like today, where they're only bringing home 2 runs instead of 22, like they got last time against St. John's, the pitching and the fielding has been nearly spotless.
So we now head here to the top of the 7th, and in place for Kanka, you got Cody, Peyton Cody up to bat here to pinch hit for Kanka, trying to get a little something going against Rarich. Rarich had 8 strikeouts in the win against St. John's, her last start against him. It's not too late for her here. She does have 5 strikeouts. First pitch is up high away from Nowakowski, count 1-0.
Not happy with herself on the side. That one got away from her.
It's going to be very tough here against Cody. She is .324 averaging this year. In her 71 at-bats, has gotten 23 hits. Wind's picking up. Ryder's going to try and fight it. The 1-0 is fouled away. Goes behind University Field into the bleachers of Joe Nathan Field. Count 1-1.
Cody, pure contact hitter, great power. 5 doubles on the season, 4 home runs. Add her triple there for 9 of her 23 hits on the season. She's really good at getting on base and has an OPS of 938.
The 1-1 goes down low in the third for ball 2.
Starter, obviously pinch hitting today with another game on tap tomorrow.
Alright, trying to work her way against Cody. Here's the 2-1, and his swing is fouled out of play across the first base line and caught cleanly by Osmer for the first out.
That was a nice rising pitch by Roberts. Started at the middle, at the last second he just tunneled up to the top part of the zone. First Cody to swing, and her swing at the middle was just underneath the sweet spot. Got her to pop out a first, and a big first out for Rarich, who did not allow a leadoff hit in her 7 innings of work so far.
Great performance for her so far, just 2 outs away from making it so. Against Olago, the first pitch picked up on the ground ball over to the shortstop, and that will get the throw over to first, and now the Red Storm are down to their final out.
And that was good.
Right fielder, number 29.
Pick up by McCarville. That one lined straight to her. Picked it up on the bounce and had a split second where she had to regain the ball. Almost lost it transitioning from her glove to her hand. Was able to recover and just get out. Speedy hitter. And now at 89 pitches, Roderick is 1 batter away from another complete game.
So any hope for St. John's comes in the form of steal, as the first pitch is a screwball down the middle for a called strike, 0-1. Steele, having trouble today, struck out both of her last times up.
Left-handed slap hitter Riley Craig, not getting chances, starting on the third base, is going to step in as the pitch is thrown to avoid a potential slap hit being dropped.
The 0-1, swing and a miss, strike 2. Red Storm down to their final strike.
Pure heat by Roberts that time. Just a step behind on the swing. And going against Roberts, she's probably going to go back to that riser. Try to strike out Steve here to end this game.
Looks like a big spot that Rarish to try and finish things off. Here comes the 0-2, swing and a miss, strike 3 called. The ball game is over. Melissa Rarish, flirting with a no-hitter, only allows 1 hit on the day, gets her 4th complete game of the season, and gives the Seawolves another 2-0 win against an opponent from the Big East, this time their cross-state rival in St. John's.
I'm sure you're stunned. Another incredible pitching performance by a Stony Brook pitcher. It doesn't matter if it's baseball or softball. Seawolves have got some aces on their staff. Today, Roberts dealing fire. She had 8 strikeouts, induced a lot of ground balls against the Johnnies, or the Red Storm, whatever you want to call them. Either way, getting that shutout, big out there, big outing for her. And for Stony Brook, only 2 runs scored, 8 hits on their offense. One of their more quieter games on that front, but didn't really need too much, as Roberts was virtually untouchable on the pitching surface. 6 strikeouts. OPS for St. John's at 223 compared to the 624 of the Seawolves. And for Roberts, again, just showcasing the incredible pitching talent this crew has got.
The bottom of the 3rd inning, the big difference in this game. It took 2 runs once again for the Seawolves to get down their victory. And who else to come from but a bases-loaded walk and the RBI single. It really all that Stony Brook needed in this game, because Roberts really once again getting that win against St. John's the same way she did last time. The only difference is that what matters more this time is that her pitching was the ace, because not really much action batting for St. John's in this game. Stony Brook with a lot of hits. There were 8 that only led to 2 runs, but still, you can't ever go up against Roberts like that, because she has been able to do her best to burn every one of her opponents.
Yeah, one of the best pitchers in the American East, and a good sign too for this team as they prepare to go out again for a doubleheader tomorrow against UMass, weather permitting. And Roberts may not be on the circle for either of those games, but it's going to show what Seawolves are going to want to improve on tomorrow, which is going to be leaving less runners on base, and what the Seawolves are going to build from, which is an incredible performance in the pitching.
So with that, Rarish will move to 8-3 on the year. For Angela Sarich, she'll move down to, checking her record, she will move down to 1-2 now. Because it was 2-0 win, you may as well credit that to be a save as well this year for Rarish. You usually find yourself in that position, but once again, she is just working fantabulously. Her ERA lowered from 3.00 to 2.70. So that'll just about do it from here. Thank you for listening in. Stony Brook gets the win against St. John's 2-0. They prepare for UMass tomorrow at noon. Zach Wilson Ken Fermin giving you Stony Brook softball action. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your day.